What if people could live forever? The idea has fascinated humanity for centuries, whispered in myths, dreamed about in science, and feared in philosophy. At first glance, immortality feels like the ultimate gift. Imagine waking up every morning with no countdown, no aging, no fragile body waiting to betray you. Wrinkles would never appear, bones would never weaken, and death would be nothing more than an old concept in dusty history books. But if we look deeper, immortality might not be the paradise we imagine. It could change the world in ways both beautiful and terrifying. In the beginning, immortality would feel like a miracle. Families would never lose their loved ones. Parents would live to see not just their children grow, but their grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and endless generations. Knowledge would never fade with time. Scientists, artists, and inventors could dedicate centuries to their work. Think of an Einstein who never died, still solving the mysteries of the universe. Or a Shakespeare who kept writing for 400 years, creating entire libraries of plays. Humanity's progress could accelerate beyond imagination, with wisdom and experience accumulating like never before. Yet, the gift of endless life brings shadows as well. If no one died, the population would explode. Cities would overflow, resources would stretch thin, and the earth could no longer sustain billions who never left. Food, water, and space would become luxuries. Wars might erupt, not over ideology, but simply over room to breathe. Governments would struggle to manage immortals who refuse to step aside, holding on to power for centuries, creating unbreakable dynasties. Progress, instead of accelerating, could stagnate as leaders and ideas grow old but never disappear, locking humanity in a permanent cycle. Relationships would also transform. Love might lose its urgency. When two people know they have forever, what does "till death do us part" even mean? Some couples might thrive, building centuries of shared memories, while others might drift apart after decades, searching endlessly for new connections in a world where time never runs out. Friendships could stretch across millennia, but the pain of betrayal would be eternal too. Some wounds might never heal when there is no final chapter to close them. And what of purpose? So much of human ambition is fueled by the ticking clock of mortality. We chase dreams because we know time is short. We write books, build monuments, and change the world because we want to leave a mark before we vanish. But if there were no end, would ambition fade? Would tomorrow always feel like another chance until centuries slip by in boredom? For some, immortality might become a curse, a prison where every achievement loses meaning because nothing is final. Religion and philosophy would face upheaval. Entire belief systems are built around the idea of death and what comes after. If death disappeared, humanity would need to rewrite its spiritual compass. Some might worship immortality as proof of godhood, while others might see it as the loss of the soul's journey. Questions of morality would grow sharper. If people cannot die, how do we punish the unforgivable? What does justice look like in a world without an ending? Perhaps the greatest danger of immortality is not death itself, but the absence of it. Imagine centuries of memories piling up inside the human mind. Every joy, every mistake, every heartbreak, never erased by time. Could the human brain truly carry that weight? Or would immortality drive us slowly into madness, burdened by a past too heavy to forget, not just biologically, but emotionally and socially? If Earth could not sustain us, we would be pushed to colonize other planets, spreading life across the stars. If love lost its urgency, maybe it would also grow deeper, no longer bound by fear of loss. If boredom became our greatest enemy, perhaps it would drive us to explore, create, and discover more than we ever imagined. Immortality could be the catalyst that transforms humanity into something beyond human. So, what if people could live forever? It would be neither heaven nor hell. It would be something far more complex. A world of endless beginnings without endings. A world where every choice carries infinite consequences. A world where humanity must decide whether eternity is a blessing or the final trap.